Welcome, everyone. As we all know, today's field trip is to the headquarters of the YPA, or the Yandere Protection Agency. Although it's a private agency, it's grown to the size of a governmental agency, with its own official area of influence, technically being restricted to the countries it has bureaus in, although most other nations do accept their agents as fully authorized operatives due to the violent and rampant nature of the Yanderes. The headquarters are mostly an office space where the YPA can organize their efforts, although there are also training rooms and actual yanderes present here in detention. Of course, yanderes, as classified by the YPA themselves, are people who are mentally impaired in a specific way, which makes their definition of love more akin to obsession. Yanderes often suffer from other personality disorders, and commonly speaking, they quickly develop sociopathic and even psychopathic tendencies. Their particular acts of love take the form of kidnapping, physical and mental abuse, as well as assault, second and first degree murder, blackmail, intimidation, and many other criminal activities. It can be difficult for standard police forces to find a pattern between victims of yandere, as they are often chosen as victims due to minor slights, such as looking at the yandere's primary obsession, flirting with them, and other acts that might cause the yandere to think they are looking to engage in a relationship with their obsessive loved one. As a result, most homicide units might not be able to find the link between murder victims, while the YPA, who specialize in tracking down yanderes, will usually find the yandere's target very quickly and perhaps be able to save both the yandere's target and detain the yandere. All these factors combined make the YPA the world's primary tool for dealing with yanderes and everything caused by and concerning yanderes. Now, before we head inside, I'm going to tell you the plan and the rules. The plan is to first head to one of the presentation rooms where we will meet with an active agent of the YPA. You'll all be allowed to ask the agent questions, and they'll give a short presentation about the history of the YPA before we move on to the cell blocks. We'll be meeting with one of the nearly recovered yanderes within the YPA's recovery program. Once we're done there, we'll get an additional hour where we get explained how the YPA deals with confirmed yanderes, and after that, we'll be going back to the bus and back to the academy. The rules are very important before we go into this place. The agents of the YPA are very vigilant, and thus you should be careful not to stare at each other for too long. Preferably look at something else every 5 seconds or so, unless you're instructed to look at something. Bags should be deposited at a locker. Any metals or sharp objects should be dropped in the box by the check-in counter and can be retrieved on our way out. This includes things like credit cards, as well as certain skilled yanderes could still use these to escape or as weapons. Finally, please stay with the group. Do not wander the halls, as this can be dangerous. Okay, so does everyone understand, agree with everything I just said? If there's anything you seriously don't agree with or don't understand, please tell me. I can explain in further detail. Wonderful. Then let's start our field trip. We'll be back at the academy in about 7 hours from now, but I hope you all have fun. Please enter through the sliding doors in single file and go to the lockers on the right side to deposit anything you need to drop off. Then head through the metal detectors. After that, just wait for the entire group to get through and I'll guide us through the headquarters to meet that agent.